Hello everyone, I'm going to show you how to make steady area map in latest Quantum JS or QGIS. So I'm going to use the data for these tutorials are ATM service, river, road, and steady area boundary, in this case Sodo town, and digital elevation model. So for making of steady area map, you may use different data types like satellite images, scanned topograph map, or you can use the online base map. So based on your purpose of making a map, you can use materials like shape files and others also. So in this tutorial, I can show you step by step, and I can also define what mean each step is. So don't forget subscribing this channel and supporting me. If you get this video is important to your work or for your what projects, research, or for dissertations. So before going to work with data, we have to check what is the properties of materials by right-clicking what the project, especially what the coordinate system is. Then you can check here is the projected one, UTM zone 37N, and you have to check in the same way for all your properties. Modify the symbology. Okay, for the first item I have to select this one. Other types of what the markers or style. Okay, I can use this one. If necessary, you can add size. Okay, then for next item, of course it is rivers, and I have to select this one, and I can assign the color like blue. Okay, then I can take also the stroke width. Okay, then I have to use default color of road, but I can add some size or stroke width. Okay, then I have to make this one hollow. Okay, transparent, and I can make this one okay, some boulder. Then I have to change the symbology of DM or digital elevation model. Okay, here I can select the render type is single band pseudo color, interpolation type is linear. Then I can select color ramp. From the color ramp, here is the just I can use all color ramps, but based on your thematic or a theme, based on your data, you can select also or create new color ramp. Here from this catalog CPT, CT. Okay, here is, you see here is many themes, like you can select any themes if you are working of temperature, topography, precipitation, or other themes, but you can select any colors that is appropriate for your work. In my case, I'm going to select this one, BCYR. Okay, okay, now I have selected my color then, or color ramp. Then I can select the classification type is quantile, because this is important to see the equal distributions of the given material. That means the elevation value in each class. We can find the equal distribution, and you can also classify, or you can also check the classification modes like continuous, equal interval, and quantile. But this is appropriate for me, and you have to classify that classes. In my case, I can use 6. And here the level precision is, in my case, it's 0 by default, but you can check this one is not greater than 0, but it can be 0, okay? And here is, if you are checking on the legend settings, you have to uncheck or check this use continuous legend, and you can check here, this one, okay? Then you can apply and check what your map look like. Now I can add, if you have an internet, you can add OpenStreetMap to get your base map. Okay, if I overlay here, I have to rearrange this one, right? Okay, I can see here, right? Then you have to directly go to menu bar, and you have to assign from the menu bar. You can select project, then new print layout. Okay, new print layout. Then you have to assign the name map. Let me say map in my case. Then the first step is you have to right click, then select page properties. From page properties, here is you can see here the size under item properties. Size, you can use any one, right? A4, I am going to use A4, but you can select A3, A2, something, even B families, okay, of size. Now I am using A4 size, and the orientation of my page is portrait. Okay, I'm using portrait. Then even you can use the background color. If you want, you can change the background color. I use only the default one, okay? And in this part, if you want, you can use also the custom or customized one. That means you can increase or decrease the width and the height of your page layout. In the lower part, if you see here, and check here, this one, click here and fit layout. Okay, now you can see here this one. Then after setting the page layout or the page properties, then go to add items. Then from the add item, here is add map. Instead, you can use also here the shortcuts are. So this one is the same with this one, add map. Here is add map. If I want to add map, I can click either here or here. This one, okay? Let me draw and get a map, okay? Here is the left clicking, you can move your map, right? So now I want to move only the item, move item, and even you can use Control C. And this one is select move item. Generally selecting, okay? Zoom to pan. You can check, right? You can check, all right? So now I can move the item. Then you can increase the scale, right, by zooming in and out. Now I can zoom in, or I can use 90,000, right? Not changing, but now it's better, right? And I can move. Again, I can add 1, 0, or right. So this is a little better to use, and you have to manage this area and this area, and I will show later. So after this, I have to click here, right? After it, so I have to exit from the move item icon, then I click here, select one. Then the other item adding is you have to go to add item, then you can select here legend. Okay, legend. It's better where you put your legend to select your place to put legend, right? So here is the legend, and you can modify also the legend. To modify, you have to here click auto update, right? If you see here, uncheck this one. Then after that, you can see here, this one is active. This one is active. You can remove. If I don't want this one in the legend, OpenStreetMap, I can remove, right? Then I can modify also this one, right? I don't want this one. Okay. Then if you don't want any item, you can remove by using this minus sign, right? Red color. Then let me do to resize or change the colors. Okay, ATM service, it's okay. River, and this one, let me double click on and change the name. I mean, this is boundary. Sorry, this is boundary. Boundary. Okay, steady boundary. You can add steady boundary, right? And this one is elevation, right? I can add here. This is elevation. And now I can change fonts, right? And I have to add also the title for this legend. I can call legend. Legend. Okay. Then I have to go to change the fonts and the text format. The size, font size of legend is possible to use 24, right? And you can align it to center, right? And the group font size I can add around 20. Okay, it's enough. And to the left, then subgroups font size. Of course, you can see, right? Okay. It is around 20, right? Or I can use 80. 18. Okay, so you can also modify the some of colors, and here is the frame. If you want, you can add frame. It's better. Frame. Okay, the frame size also little bolder or thin, not thicker. Okay, the background, if you don't want, you can remove background, right? You see the background. Okay, then let's go to another steps. Even you can add also the uh, background and the frame for your map, right? And you can add size, right? This is enough. This is enough, right? Wow, it's nice, right? So you can add other thing is from add item. You can add nodes, I mean scale. Here you can draw your scale. Then you can change from the properties, item properties. That is what the unit is kilometer. If you want, you can change to meter. You are working when you are working with a small area, you can use meter, but in my case I can use kilometer. And the level font unit km, right? You can either you can write full name kilometer or km, right? Then the number format, here you can customize the number format, round 6, right? It's a number. If you want, you know, currency, bearing, custom expression or percentage or something, right? But most of the time the command is number, right? So you can add the segments to the right and to the left. To the right I can add, right? Before that I cannot extend its size like this, right? It cannot change, but only you use here the segmentation, the segment to the right. If you want, you can increase to the left also here, but I only use the right side, right? This is enough. Even you can increase its height and its width, right? Here you can add like this, right? Okay, feed segment, okay, even automatically it can do like this, or you can reduce. Okay, this one, the previous one is better, right? Okay, now you can add north arrow. Let me add north arrow, this area, right? Let me add, okay, north direction. That means shows true nodes. Here is. So you can modify also from the app symbols. Okay, you can modify. Here is many app symbols, but you can select arrows. So from this, you can select what you want. For my case, I can use this one. This one. Okay, then I can modify like this one, right? Then go to down and change the color, fill color. It can be dark, nice. I can reduce like this, and I can move anywhere, right? Then I have to add other map, that means the K plan, that means large area indicating the map of like that indicates the Africa, or it can indicate the country. That means larger than your study area. So I can indicate this one within this area. Okay, now I have to lock this map either this way, or I have to lock here, lock layer styles, or styles for layers. Okay, then I have to go to back, then zoom out, right? Zoom out. Then I have to use this map as K plan, right? That means large in the continental level. It shows where this study area is found. Now let me add here. Don't forget to lock the items and this part also. For the layer, I have to locate the layer, right? Then I have to add the second map, add map, and I can draw here. I can draw here, okay? Right, so it shows, and as I did before, I can move the items by clicking here, right? Then I can zoom, or simply you can add the scales, right? It can be 1 1, and I can add here 0. Right, now it's better, I think. The whole parts of Africa. Then I have to exit the item moving. Then I do what the, let me zoom this one up, and I can overview. Just I can select here, add overview, then map frame, this one, map 1. I can select map 1, and it frames, right? You see? So here, this area. Imagine that this area is very small area in the continent, but in the country, but in the continent it's very small area, right? Very small area, right? So you can use like this, and then finally you can leave this part, and now I'm going to do other parts, like the same thing that I lock this one, lock layer styles. Then I can add here the grids, and again go to the first map here and zoom to the extent, of steady area, zoom to layer, right? Then I can recheck this one because I'm going to use the first. Now I'm using here this map. You can uncheck, right? Unlocking this map and uncheck this one, right? Another step here. Now let me add the grids. Here select grids and click add, then click grid 1, then modify. Okay, right. So here, so you can select here appearance. The first part is appearance. It is better to use solid, or you can use frame out annotated only, or it can be crossed, or it can be solid, right? But before that, we have to assign the interval. That means, let me assign the horizontal one. That means x-axis in 4 kilometers. That means 4 kilometer means in meter, as our data is in projected coordinate system. For all projected coordinate system, the unit is meter. So that means 4 kilometer is 4,000 meter, right? 4,000, right? And I mean, this is 40,000, right? So this is 4,000, right? And for y, I can use 3 kilometers. That means 3,000. 3,000. Okay, you see here the grids. And then I have to modify the frame style. The frame style. This is exterior tricks. Exterior tricks, right? You can see here this one, these lines, right? This line, exterior tricks, right? Exterior tricks, right? It is around 1 millimeter or less than that. So here is the frame thickness, line thickness is this one, frame size is this one, right? 2 millimeter and 0.3 millimeter, right? If you want, you can increase. If you want, you can increase the frame size like this. Look, it is right, this part, but no need of more than 2. 2 is enough. Okay, and thickness also, you see here, is thicker than before, right? It's better to use 0.3. It's okay. Then I have to go to draw coordinates. From draw coordinates, here is some of the settings. In the left, I can select vertical ascending, and in the right, it is vertical, right? Then I have to coordinate precision. It is 0, right? No need of more than no need of numbers. Well, that means decimal numbers. Yeah, let me show you the difference. If I use coordinate precision 1 or 2, you see here 0.00, right? 0.00. 0.00. If I reduce this one 0, not this one, 1 millimeter distance to map frame is enough. Coordinate to 0, you see here is no, and the distance to frame is this one, right? Okay, now this is what the part of grid adding on the map. Or if you don't want these grids, you can remove the grids, the top part here, grid type. It can be frame and annotation like this one. And now let me take you to back to previous steps. Now I can select the legend part. You can also increase the column of legend if you want to see in the 2 columns columns 2 like this one, 3 or something like this. But for me, it's better to use only one column. So because of the space management, right? And I can do also the same things for this one, for inset map also. I can do. Let me lock this one and let me log this one and go to back. Okay, go to back my map here, uncheck others again, the only boundary and base map. Okay, here now I can select the map 2, then I can add the frame, right? It's better to visualize to get the boundary, right? This one. Then finally, if you want, you can add the coordinate system here. My space of my layout is very limited. You can add here the coordinates, which types of projection or coordinate, either projected one or geographic coordinate system you can write, or even you can add the name texts. That means, let me add here also little bit the lower part. Then I can add the level, right? The level. I can write here the level. Okay, or title of the map. Okay, title of the map. Here I can write steady. Okay, steady area map. Okay, okay, it's steady area map. Then I can increase the fonts. It's better to add like this, and then I can modify also the frame, right? The frame, the frame color. Okay, with background. Okay, now let me resize the position also. Position to center. Okay, steady area map. Okay, I can increase the size. I mean, okay, zoom, steady area map. Okay, and finally, just you can export your map, your steady area map. So for this, I have to lock them, and I have to go back to my map again, zoom to layer. Then I can go to layout, and I can select the what printing or export resolution. Here I can assign the value like 100, okay, 100 DPI, right? Before exporting, right? This is better to visualize. Now I'm going to save this one as a map. Okay, map in your computer, you can give a name. After saving, you can export. Now I can export my map. You can export as image, as SVG, or as PDF. Now I have already defined the value of resolution. That means DPI value 100. Then I export like PDF, the form of PDF. Okay, the place of steady area map. Then I can click here. Okay, save. Okay, it was already exported. You can open where the folder is. Okay, you have prepared your study area map in this way, and so thank you very much for following my YouTube channel, and don't forget sharing and subscribing